Two riders, same time, to the exact second. After thousands of kilometers of desert racing, we have a dead tie at the top of the Dakar. It is turning the Saudi desert into a pressure cooker. The battle between Honda and KTM has intensified, but there is a twist. The marathon stage limits mean no mechanics are coming to save them tonight. While the giants trade seconds, the desert is crushing everyone else. From disastrous wheel failures to navigation nightmares, let's look at how stages 3 and 4 destroyed the field. Stage 3, the Honda counterstrike and the navigation trap. Stage 3 around Al-Attiyah was the turning point where strategy collided with raw speed. This loop was the moment Honda decided to stop playing nice. Tosha Schareina executed the yo-yo effect to perfection. In Rally Raid, starting further back is often a gift. You have tire tracks to follow, meaning you focus less on navigation and more on the throttle. Schareina didn't just follow the tire tracks, he hunted. He used the paths left by the riders ahead to go faster, grabbed the stage win, and suddenly the race looked completely different. On the flip side, you have to respect what Daniel Sanders did on the KTM. The Aussie had the unenviable task of opening the track. When you are the first set of wheels on fresh sand, you are the guinea pig for every hidden rock and navigation trap. Sanders managed the damage incredibly well. But in this game, opening usually means bleeding time. He finished the day giving up ground, not because he was slow, but because the Honda onslaught behind him had the advantage of his tracks. Schareina went from chasing to leading. Sanders went from leading to chasing. That is how fast the desert can turn on you. Ricky Brabec was the hammer to Schareina's anvil. Brabec caught the leaders on the physical track, cementing a frightening reality for the competition. The Hondas look incredibly stable in the rough stuff. It wasn't just about speed, it was about the HRC team swarming the front and putting massive pressure on the solitary KTMS. But don't count out Hero just yet. Ross Branch kept his moto consistent, refusing to let the Honda and KTM duel leave him behind. He's fighting a lonely battle against the factory armadas, but he's keeping that hero machine relevant in the top 5. But the real story of grit came from the Rally 2 class. Mike Doherty was absolutely flying. Amidst the chaos of the rocks, he took the stage win in his class. It's huge to see a privateer pace mixed in with the factory boys. Then you have the underdogs at Cove. Niels Therick had a nightmare prologue with electrical issues that basically ruined his overall chances before the race started. But instead of quitting, he fought back here. Seeing the Chinese Cove bikes competing at this level proves they are shedding that cheap copy reputation. They are taking the fight to the European bikes and keeping pace. The terrain in Al-Attiyah was a mechanic's nightmare. It wasn't just picturesque dunes, it was jagged rocks and canyons designed to destroy tires. Navigation here was a trap. The roadbook lured riders into fast rhythms before hitting them with complex waypoint hunts. This forced a brutal choice: ride fast and risk a rim-shattering impact, or ride slow and lose minutes. Everyone had to manage their tires because shredding a moose here didn't just mean losing the stage. It meant compromising your bike right before the marathon. This stage set a trap. By winning, Schareina has to open the track the next day. But tomorrow is special. No mechanics are coming to help. If he breaks something, he fixes it himself. He took the win, but he is heading into the most dangerous part of the rally without a safety net. Stage 4, the marathon breaker and the wheel that failed. Stage 4 defied every rule of Rally Raid. The guy who opened the track won the stage. Tosha Schareina did the impossible. Typically, if you open, you bleed time to the chasers. Schareina flipped that script completely. He opened the road all the way to the refuge camp and still won. This wasn't just raw speed, it was a masterclass in accumulating opening bonus points. By leading the pack and hitting waypoints first, he racked up enough bonuses to offset the time lost navigating. He essentially paid for his own time loss with the organizer's bonus credit, keeping him ahead of the chasers who were physically faster but didn't get the bonuses. This performance set up a statistical impossibility in the general standings. After thousands of gear shifts, hundreds of kilometers of rock and sand, and days of racing, Tosha Schareina and Ricky Brabec finished the day tied to the exact second. It's a dead heat at the front. You have two HRC Hondas locked in a stalemate, neither giving an inch. Honda looks perfect on paper, but the pressure is crushing. At the refuge camp tonight, Schareina and Brabec are on their own. No mechanics, no help, just them in the desert. And if you want to know why that matters, look at the Rally 2 leader, Mike Doherty. After his heroics in Stage 3, the desert collected its tax. He suffered a catastrophic wheel failure, literally breaking the wheel in the rocky terrain. In a normal stage, a mechanic swaps it out for tomorrow. But this is the marathon stage. That broken wheel is a race-ending disaster. He went from fighting for the spotlight to likely being out of contention entirely. It's a brutal reminder that mechanical sympathy is just as important as throttle control. You cannot win if your rims don't survive the rocks. Adrian Van Beveren also felt the sting of the desert, though his wounds were on the timesheet. The Frenchman sits over 27 minutes back in the general standings, plummeting out of the immediate fight for the podium. In a race decided by seconds, losing half an hour is a death sentence for your title hopes unless the leaders self-destruct. It clears the board for the frontrunners, but adds pressure on the remaining Honda riders to not make the same mistake. One wrong navigational note, one missed waypoint, and you are Van Beveren. Meanwhile, Ross Branch on the Hero is playing the long game. He's not grabbing the headlines with stage wins right now, but he's keeping the factory hero relevant in the top 5. He's the thorn in the side of the Honda/KTM duopoly, just waiting for them to make a mistake. He is managing his machine, ensuring he survives the marathon to fight in the second week. And we have to talk about Cove again. Niels Therick, after his electrical nightmare earlier, put in a standout ride. This is massive. A Chinese manufacturer fighting at the front of a highly competitive class proves Stage 3 wasn't a fluke. The bike has pace, it has durability. They are officially a threat to the established European hierarchy in the Rally 2 class. They are taking the fight to KTM and Husqvarna in the customer class and winning. Conclusion: the Stage 5 setup. So here is the verdict heading into Stage 5. We have an unprecedented tie between the Honda teammates, Schareina and BikeBrag. But don't let the Honda hype train fool you. Daniel Sanders on the KTM is lurking less than 2 minutes back. He starts Stage 5 ahead of the Hondas. While they are fighting each other, Sanders is coming for both of them. This race just got dangerous. Subscribe for the Stage 5 and 6 breakdown. One of these Honda teammates is about to crack under the pressure, and when they do, you'll see it first.